it going? I hope you're enjoying a fantastic weekend. I know it's pouring down rain here, but I wanted to sit down and very quickly discuss with you a new series idea I'm throwing around. Kind of wanted to see how you feel about doing it on my channel. And I'm thinking about calling it the Similar Look Swap the Products series. Let me walk you through my thinking process on this. I've been really inspired lately watching people like Lauren May Beauty. I will link her channel in the description box below. Next year for Pan That Palette, she is talking about going through her entire eyeshadow collection and doing her best to hit pan on as many eyeshadows as she possibly can. And it got me thinking, I'm still going to completely pan my Stila in the light palette. That's what I like to do. I want to completely move entire palettes out of my collection. But you know, thinking of hitting pan on things, and then after doing the eyeshadow junkie tag and talking about, you know, limited edition palettes in particular being underrated, it really got me thinking that it would be fun to kind of go through and shake up how we normally do tutorials here on YouTube. And let me explain that. When I come up with a look to pan, I usually stick with one look until it's completely gone, and then I'll move on to something else. The reason I do that is because I want to know what my makeup's going to turn out like. I want to streamline my routine in the morning, and I don't want to have to really think about recreating the wheel, if you will, matching my blush with my eyeshadow and picking from an array of lip colors, because it's fun initially in the beginning, but then after a while it does get to be a little bit overwhelming when you have a large makeup collection. I don't know if you feel the same way that I do, but that's how I feel a few weeks into trying to do weekly makeup baskets. So my thought process on Similar Look Swap the Products is I want to create a playlist for each look that I decide to pan. And then with each video, I want to come in and show you how I would recreate the look using as many products from the rest of my collection that I possibly can. Whether it's other palettes, going from different price points, like going for drugstore eyeshadows, you know, whatever have you. And that way you can see across the board similar looks that you can recreate using what you have at home. Limited edition, drugstore, whatnot. I thought it'd be a fun way to get re-inspired. I thought it'd be a fun way to get creativity going and share ideas, because I'm not going to go out and purchase more products just to recreate the same look over and over, but I thought it might, you know, inspire you perhaps, because I know I personally don't own any, you know, Makeup Geek shadows or ColourPop, but I know there are a lot of you out there that you want ideas of how to use yours, and perhaps maybe watching a get ready with me using Urban Decay and then Lorac and Stila and L'Oreal to recreate a similar look is going to inspire you to pull out your Makeup Geek or your ColourPop to do something similar. So I don't know, just give me a thumbs up if that would be something you're interested in. And like I said, I'm thinking each look is going to have a playlist, and then the way I'll title each video is going to be Similar Look Swap the Products, and then I'll label it by brand, because obviously since the makeup is going to look similar, you know, you can decide whether or not you're going to watch that video depending on the brand, if you have those products or not. So I'm going to try to keep it, you know, brand specific with as many eyeshadows as I can from that one brand without jumping around, or keep it by price point. And then also I'm thinking I'm going to film it probably once a week, because I still want to continue completely panning my palettes out of the way. Like I said, next year it's going to be all about Stila in the light palette. I'm thinking the first playlist for the Similar Look Swap the Products is going to be this Lorac Slate look that I've got going on, because I realized that I can dupe it with, I use the term dupe loosely. Like, this is why I want to call it Similar Look, because I think Similar Look is more appropriate, because there are people that get really, really upset if it's even a shade off. I don't get upset if the dupe isn't like exactly the same, because once it's on your face, on your eyes, Anybody that's just walking up to you isn't going to necessarily know that it's different. You're going to be the one that notices it's different because you're applying it on your own skin. So that's why I say similar look, but please don't, you know, take the term dupe literally and get offended if it's like slightly different. You know what I mean? So, but I realized I could do this look using, you know, Stila's Kitten and Night Sky, and then I ordered the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette, and I realized I could use Earl Grey. There's a shimmery champagne shade in there and a cool brown. And then it got me thinking, all right, let's see how I can do this with Urban Decay. Let's see how I can do it with Bare Minerals. Let's see how I can do it with my L'Oreal La Palette Nudes. Let's see how I can do it with IT Cosmetics. Let's see how I can do it with Kat Von D. And so I have tons of ideas just for this look. That's not even going into other looks I'm going to have for next year. So like I said, give me a thumbs up if this is a series you're interested in. I just want to throw it out there, see about getting the creativity going, kind of get us back in the direction, get us talking about like the whole getting inspired again, collecting versus hoarding makeup, because I'm really going to kind of touch on that into next year when I have a little bit more time to film and all that. So just kind of putting it out there, see how you feel about it. And I figured it would be another way to just, you know, continue showing how I'm panning my stuff, and also it'd be a good way for me to get into the rest of my collection too, to compare and contrast eyeshadow formulations and colors and things like that while still achieving my goal of panning palettes. And that's why I figure like each video is going to be about once a week, and that way it's not deterring me from my goal of staying on track with my palettes. So that's about it for now. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I hope you're just as excited about this new series as I am, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Catch you later.